Okay, so we had a little snowstorm, and we're at about a foot of snow. Oh, maybe a little bit more. As you can kind of see around my backyard, I already shoveled one pathway for Lucy. And there's probably, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 more inches in there, with another 4 to 8 inches of snow coming. You'll see Lucy here. This is the first time she's ever let me put these booties on her that my mother bought. I don't know if I'll try again because she's not really walking too well. Now, here, let me put her leash on, then we'll try and go for a short walk, see if she'll go potty, and take a look. But the snow finally slowed down a little bit. Here you can see the pile of snow on top of my shed. And you can see the snow on the house next to me. I bet it's probably the same on my roof. So I'm wondering about this fiberglass that's right here, if it's going to hold all that snow, if it's there. Oh, well, hold on. Let's. Okay, so we're in the front, and you can see my driveway. Oh, and we'll see how deep it is. Oh, it's not that deep. Okay, well, I've shoveled once. There was 8 inches this morning. I guess it's drifting. And we can look down the street. We can see the house with the dumpster where they had the fire a couple months ago. Oh, and my poor dog is in these booties and looks silly, but we need to go potty. So we can go for a little walk down the street, and we'll see. Alright, you want to try and go or not? Alright, so I did shovel this morning. Lucy, let's go this way. Come on. Come on. And we'll see how long I can go. Put my glove on here. It's only about 17 degrees. But you can see the drift over here in front of the cars. The snow has pretty much drifted up to the front hood. And we can continue on a little bit. Let's do a little spin here for Lucy. Okay, and there we have Lucy. Got a little coat on. Come on, we'll go for a little bit. Yeah. Oh, did we lose a boot already? Okay, well, we may lose these boots. I don't know if they're such a good idea. Come on. Oh, you're shivering too. Alright, we're not going to go too far. I can see that already. Alright, so we're trudging through. We've lost 3 booties. Oh, we can kind of see the snow. Oh, and there's a snowdrift. That's the councilman's house. And he shoveled earlier today. Oh, and if we go over to the left, it's probably, I don't know, maybe 6 inches deep. Oh, it just makes you want to move up north, doesn't it? Oh, okay, so people are out. Come on, let it go. Come on. They got dogs too. Come on. Lucy, let it go. Come on. Okay, come on. We're going this way. Come on. Come on. Lucy, this way. Come on. No. Come on. There you go. Come on, my finger's getting cold. Come on. Okay, so it's Wednesday now, and this is the backyard, and you can see the snowdrift over to the shed next door, and then my pear tree that's quite a bit buried. Then you can see Lucy's down here trying to get in the backyard, and the snowdrifts are taller than her. We had 20 inches plus, and you can see it's still coming down. Back here in the corner of the yard, you can kind of see the drift is almost as high as the fence, not quite. Then I've plowed here, mainly so Lucy had a spot to go potty. Then I realized when I looked up and I was looking at neighbors that they're all getting the snow off the gutter, and it dawned on me I should do that. So you can see up here on the roof, I got off what I could. Really, I was worried about the gutter coming down. Even though it's snowing, it's about 25 degrees, and on the cement in the front, you'll see it's actually melting. I've already done the driveway. You can see across the street So we got a snowdrift. The garbage can over there is almost buried, and there's a car behind there. We'll go walk around the block and see what we got. And you might hear Lucy's whining because she hasn't had a walk in a while. Okay, so why don't we go to the front? Oh, and then I cleared off the snow on the shed here. It was all the way up on the roof. I got that out of there. The roof of the shed's a little bowed, so I'm not. When the snow melts, we'll see if it still is, if it's broken or what. You can see the house next door. The roofs on the house is facing south. That's where all the snow wound up. Well, so we're in the front yard now. You can see I've shoveled my driveway. The piles of snow are, oh, I don't know, not quite waist high, or hip high, I guess, rather than waist. But you'll kind of get an idea how deep the snow is, and my neighbor across the street there has a snow blower. And him, I don't actually know. And then this guy over here in the orange hat, that's Nick. He works over at one of the banks. He's plowing. And then you can kind of see the car is almost buried. Let's walk a little bit and... Oh, here we go. Come on, Lucy. We'll just go around the block or go down the curb. Lucy, let's go right. Here, right. Let's go this way. Come on. Okay, and you can get an idea here where you see the snow here on the sidewalk and how deep it is. Again, 20 inches plus, depending on where, and it's still snowing. And we'll see what Lucy does here. Lucy, you gonna go in the snow or what? You want to trudge or you want to go in the street? No. All right, we'll go in the street then. All right, so we're back on the sidewalk, and this was all plowed yesterday. This is the city councilman's house here on the right, and he has a nice snow blower. His son is out. I haven't seen him. So we're heading down here, and you can kind of see it's pretty deep, and everything's closed. Schools are closed, and there's no travel advised, and people are just coming out and digging out. It's actually kind of warm. It's 25 degrees, and I'm sure Paul and John are laughing at that, but after wind chill of 10 below, it does feel warm. Well, let's trudge a little farther. How about that? No? Okay, so Lucy's kind of getting buried here. And this is not quite knee-deep snow. Okay, and we can see you got another car that's kind of half buried. Oh. Well, poor Lucy. All right, come on. Let's see if we can get back over to the street. Okay, and there's my neighbors with their dogs, who always have those dogs out, and I feel sorry for those dogs. Okay, yeah, I hear you, Lucy. We'll go back in the street. So this is, well, it's almost knee-deep for me. Well, you can see we'll go into Tiger Pass here. This is not a busy side street. We'll go check on my friend Ellie, see how she's doing. Okay, so you can see there's a school up there on the hill. Kids are probably going to be going down in sleds, I'd imagine, pretty soon. And we can see the post office is delivering today. That's Bill. And he said their trucks didn't come in last night, so they're just delivering mail that was left over. In South Dakota, they just closed the highway. And if you go out when it's closed, it's a $10,000 fine. So most everyone doesn't do that. They just stay home. Well, so this is my friend Ellie's house. Looks like she's home, and you can see the snow is on her shutter. And her car is buried. So a little worry about roofs and gutters and trees, actually, because it's been so dry and so cold that the trees are all pretty weak. There's no leaves. Last year, this time, we were already in the 70s. So this is quite a bit different. Okay, so Ellie's all right. She had a little surgery. Ooh. Lucy, what do you think? Should we go back in the street? All right, we may go back in the street. I don't see anything that's plowed. Okay, let's go back in the street. So I haven't seen a plow since yesterday afternoon. And we have band concerts this weekend, and we had a short rehearsal Monday because that's when the storm hit. And I don't know if we're going to still do our concert. There really isn't anywhere to move the concert date. But that would mean we only had a short rehearsal Monday, and You know, students aren't going to go practice. The building's locked. They can get in their dorm, but you can get an idea here. This is, well, this happens every now and then. Oh, look at that. There's Spuddy. Spuddy, go back home. Spuddy, go back home. Well, this is Spud. Spud and Lucy play sometimes. Although I always keep Lucy on a leash, and Spud's owner just kind of lets Spud roam around, but he always seems to find his way back. He knows where the food is. Yeah, this walk might be a little bit longer if I have to take it back. So you can see on the house is a pretty big snowdrift. That's what the back of my house kind of looks like. Actually, I want to see it from this angle. We'll stop between the houses and take a look. I'm a little worried about it, but the roof was fairly new when I moved in. Well, so Winter Wonderland, it is April 10th. Oh, here we got a car coming. Oh, good, there's a plowed driveway. Oh, they're not going to come down here. All right, so if you look, that's my house way, let's see if we can, okay, you should be able to see us, my back door. All right, and the snow on top, you can see I've kind of gotten some of that off. Oh, I can't see. Oh, there it is. So that's probably about a foot deep. And my back porch is just covered with fiberglass, and it's kind of bowing. So we'll see. Well, I don't really have a ladder to get up there. Well, it is melting today, a little bit. Even though there is no snow. I'm wondering if we'll have school tomorrow. If it doesn't stop snowing, we won't. I'd be okay with that. I don't know what we do about concerts, but oh well. But, you know, Rapid doesn't have a whole lot of snow removal. They have some, but the attitude is always, it'll melt in a week, so they just plow the main streets. Oh, they can see some snow just fell there. So this is kind of the main drag in this neighborhood. This is Elm. And it doesn't look like we've had a snow plow on this at all. I've seen some cars down here on it. Oh, there's a car down there that's... Oh, maybe you can see it now. There's a car down there that's half buried. Yeah, he's not working. Alright, well I'm hoping Spud goes home on his own. Trudge through that. Alright, so we're back on my street. We're back on Mead. Well, and that's a neighbor there. I don't know if she's home or not. She works 2 jobs. Well, it doesn't look like she left this morning. Okay, and the house next door is vacant. They had renters and they just moved out. Oh, and you can see the pile by my house. Alright, so that's our little trip around the neighborhood. You can see down there and all the snow drifts, and it's still snowing. It's supposed to stop. Well, so that's our storm in Rapid City. I hope you enjoyed our trip around the block.